Greetings and welcome back to Doctor Who Revisited, my ongoing series where I go through every single Doctor Who episode from 1963 all the way up to 2022 and review them. We're starting a brand new season today, Season 3, with the Season 3 opener, Galaxy 4. I gotta be honest, Season 3, in my opinion, is the weakest of the three William Hartnell seasons, even though there are some major high points in the season. I think it's very inconsistent. And the season opener didn't really do this season any favors. Now, I'm not going to say that I dislike this episode, not at all. There's some really good stuff in it. It's just, not a very high point as a season opener, I should say. First of all, let's just address the obvious. It's another missing episode, and partially the reason why I think season 3 is one of the weaker seasons from the William Hartnell era. It's the season in the William Hartnell specifically era with the most missing stories out of all of them. Like, seriously, if you go on Breadbox right now, the season starts with the Ark, which is like halfway across the season. You go from the season finale of season 2 with the meddling monk. You have Stephen and Vicky, and suddenly there's a brand new companion. You have no idea what happened. There's like all this Dalek stuff that happened, and you just jump right into the middle of the season. Now, having said that, Galaxy 4 is in a bit of a unique position. I think I might have heard somewhere that there was like a fan on set that recorded a lot of stuff from the filming, and the footage that he shot is kind of the only surviving footage from that episode, which is why if you actually go and watch the reconstruction of that episode, it's done in the usual reconstruction style that they've been doing for several years before they started doing the animated reconstructions, where it's just a static image with the audio, and occasionally you get like words at the bottom of the screen explaining what's happening. In Galaxy 4 specifically, a lot of the scenes that take place inside the Draven ship are just video clips, like the actual surviving footage from the episode. You go out of the Draven ship to like the wastelands on that planet, whatever its name is. You go to the real ship. It's all completely missing, completely a reconstruction. So it's a very this episode is in a very weird position, I would say. Now, starting us off, positives about the episode, I like the Chumbleys. I really like the Chumbleys. This is one of those cheesy, goofy-looking robot drone things that have a lot of appeal to them. They have a lot of character, even though they don't have a face, obviously. Very limited motion, but just the design and their usage in the episode is just, I think it's really adorable and charming, and that's, I guess, what they call Chumbleys, because they're, I think Vicky was the one that gave them the name, and that's pretty much become the official fandom name for these robots. I don't know what this robot's real name is, but we're just calling them Chumleys. Now, the villains, the Draven. Not a very big fan of these gals, and it's not just, white man not liking strong women. It's not that. Get that out of your head. It's not that. It's just they don't really do a lot with the concept that they have. I mean, really, when you really think about it, the only true proper Draven in the story is Maga, the leader. All the other ones, and it's pretty heavily stated in the episode, that all the other ones are clones. And yes, there are male ones, and the Draven basically always just mostly just kills the males, which I don't have a problem with that too much. I mean, they're in that particular alien society, the way they've developed, the males don't really serve much function. And really, if you look at a lot of animals, not humans, a lot of animals from our planet, it really just follows a pattern where the females are the dominant species and the males are really there for reproduction purposes. So I don't really have too much of a problem with that as a society. It's just, I don't really think Maga's a really good villain. To be honest, I mean, she's a lying, scheming, manipulative B word. I'm not gonna say that openly, but she is, and the whole. I guess let's just get down to the meat of what I'm trying to say here. The meat of this argument. The whole point of the episode is just the contrast of these beautiful, idyllic, essentially Amazonian women. They're the bad guys, bad girls, I should say, and these horrifying, ugly alien creatures, the Rills, they're the good guys. Basically, the message of the episode is don't judge a book by its cover. Don't just judge by appearance. Don't assume that the the beautiful women are good because of how they look, and just don't assume that the Rills are the bad ones because of how they look. That's really the main crux of the story here. And as a message, I think it's really, really good. It's a really good message for young audiences. Execution, I don't think it's really done well. I mean, there's really not a lot of substance to the Draven. They're very one-note villains, pretty much right from the start. Just the Draven hate the Rills just because of how they look, and Maga basically just killed her own people and lied about it and said that the Rills were the ones that killed her own people to blame it on the Rills. And I guess in a way, that whole one-dimensionalness, one-sidedness, very weak one-note villain type feel really just speaks true to the message itself. She just hated the Rills because of what they look like, and the only way she can get others on her side is to frame them, to blame them. And it's really just it's then revealed that the Rills are actually just gentle giants in a way that it's like offensive to them to kill someone. They're like they it's forbidden for them to kill someone. And eventually the Rills are the ones that really just help save the Doctor, and Maga and the Draven just continually just try to cause havoc and chaos and try to steal the Rill ship and get off the exploding planet. By the way, really good crisis type scenario. Really, it's really good that they're set on this planet that has like 2 days left to live. That's really great motivation for the characters to get off the planet and just settle their differences. And like I said, the one-note villains refuse to reconcile with their enemies, an enemy that they made themselves. They refuse to work together. The Rills are willing to help the Draven get off the planet, and the Draven just refuse to accept any help from the Rills. And then that's really to their detriment. They end up staying on the planet. The Doctor and the Rills leave, and the planet explodes with the Draven on it. And really, they get their just desserts. First of all, it's a good episode for Vicky, I'd say. She's very, very brave in this episode, being, essentially held hostage by these Dravens. And then later in the episode, the same thing happens to Steven, and we sort of start to see a little bit of what they wanted Ian Chesterton to be, of just tricking and outwitting one of the Draven guards. But then we fall back into the just complete uselessness of that character. He ends up stuck in an airlock that he can't open, and then the Dravens just let all the air out and let him suffocate to death. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not a fan of Steven Taylor as a character. He's always been like the discount Ian Chesterton, in my opinion. He tries to do all the stuff that Ian did without the brains that Ian had, and with a little less of the bronze that Ian had. So really, he's just there to fill the spot of the handsome man that does all the physical stuff that William Hartnell couldn't. And we got a few more episodes with him, so I think I've said all I can say about this episode already, and I'm just gonna wrap it up here and move on to a much superior episode, in my opinion, Mission to the Unknown, or Dalek Cutaway, or Dalek Cut Away. It's another one of those cases where episodes from the classic series have way too many names for their own good. So I'll just leave you with that. And Galaxy 4, Season 3, here we go, I suppose. Goodbye. Hi there. Thank you for watching the video. And if you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and tell your friends. I'll see you next time.